Today, I'm going through the NGK 3186 G-Power Platinum Spark Plugs TR5GP. You will find a link to purchase this and other models at a discount in the description below the video. You can place your order right now. Since I can only show a screencast this time, I wanted to at least walk through the details clearly so you know what you're getting before you decide. I start with the basics. These plugs sit in the middle of NGK's lineup, not the cheapest and not the top tier.
Did you know that the best discounts on Amazon last only a few hours? That's why I launched 2 channels where I publish the highest discounts on Amazon products in real time every day. Follow the link in the description and subscribe to our Threads and Telegram channels right now to consistently save money on your everyday purchases.
The big point here is the platinum center electrode. It's thin, it holds up better under heat, and it tends to keep its gap longer than standard copper plugs. That means fewer random misfires and fewer small performance drops over time. Still, they're not as tough as iridium, so heavy use drivers might notice wear sooner than they hoped. If you expect long-term abuse, the G-Power line can feel like a compromise. The model TR5GP fits a good range of engines, especially older sedans and light trucks that still rely on simple, dependable ignition setups. The heat range is balanced enough for daily driving. Cold starts feel steadier, especially on engines that already struggle. The throttle response doesn't suddenly transform, but it smooths out a bit, which is about all you can expect from a plug in this price class. When you look at the build, the threads and insulator are clean and consistent. NGK usually gets this part right, and this model follows that trend. The plating helps prevent seizing in older cylinder heads, which matters more than people think. Still, out of the box, the gaps aren't always perfect. Some sets arrive slightly inconsistent, so checking the gap before installing is smart. It's not a huge problem, but it's something users mention often, and it lines up with what I see here. The 8-piece pack is handy for V8 engines. It saves you from mixing batches or buying 2 smaller packs. The downside is that if one plug has a defect, you're stuck with more than you need. This doesn't happen often, but it's worth keeping in mind because quality control isn't flawless. You can sometimes see tiny marks on the electrodes, nothing dramatic, but enough to show these aren't inspected with the strictest standards. Performance gains are modest. You get slightly cleaner combustion, slightly faster starts, and a bit more consistency at idle. If your old plugs are worn, the improvement feels bigger than it actually is. If your engine is already healthy, the change is mild. The fuel economy difference is usually too small to measure unless your previous plugs were in rough shape. So it helps, but it won't turn a tired engine into something new. What I appreciate is that they seat well and don't cause coil drama. Sheet plugs sometimes create small electrical noise that leads to rough idle or coil stress. These hold steady. Even so, cars with sensitive ignition systems might still run better on iridium models. You just need to match your expectations with what this model was built for. The lifespan is the main mixed point. NGK rates these for solid mileage, but some drivers report shorter intervals, especially in engines that run hot. Platinum does fine, but heat cycles can wear the tip earlier than advertised. If you're okay replacing plugs a bit more often, it's not a deal breaker. Overall, NGK 3186 G-Power TR5GP plugs land in a practical middle ground. They're affordable, reliable enough for daily use, and easy to install. They're not perfect, and they're not the most durable, but they make sense if you want a straightforward tune-up without going premium. If you want the longest life possible or push your engine hard, you might want to look higher in the NGK range. But for most people, these do the job without fuss. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown.